All right, welcome to another video in our node by node challenge. So we have been going through every node in the shading workspace within Blender 4.3, explaining a little bit about how each of the nodes works, some ways you can use them, and I'm taking information from YouTube, TikTok, all sorts of paid resources, and a lot of professionals that know a lot more than I do about shading, and trying to compile it into one area for you guys so you can go through all the videos and be able to see every single one of the shaders and how they work. So at least it'll give you a basic understanding. If you want to go more in depth, you can absolutely go on and do some more research, but this will at least give you a start for each one of these nodes. So we've been going through the input nodes and we are up to the tangent node. So the tangent node is one of the input nodes that you can use that is really meant to control the specular highlights that you get on objects. So what I mean by specular highlights is if you actually have an object, you see this little like light rim light that's kind of go around here, almost looks like a circle. Well, that's a specular highlight. That is caused when you use this anisotropic filter here and the anisotropic rotation. So you'll see that this rotates around your specular highlights a little bit. What you can do is you can actually use this tangent input to be able to adjust or modify it. So what you're doing is you're taking and dropping this tangent into the tangent of the specular. So this whole section is all about the specular highlights. So right into the tangent. Okay, when you do that, it's going to allow you to change what axis it's based on. So if I do Y, it's going to change it on the Y axis. If I do X, it's going to be over here on the X axis. Z, it's across the top here. So it shows you which direction that your specular highlights are going to show. And if you have an object that's got a UV map to it, you can do UV instead, and then you can control it with a UV map. And it'll actually have it based on whatever the UV map is, and that's where you'll get your specular highlights. So I personally would prefer to use radial. I think it just is a little bit simpler, but you absolutely can use UVs as well. So that's the main thing that you can use tangent for. Now you can do some goofy things with tangent, because if you plug tangent into like your base color, you're going to get these weird objects depending on how you want to do this. So if you want like a really weird shading, you could always throw a tangent little node here to hook up to like your base color. You can hook it up to your roughness to where you'll get some parts that are smooth, some parts that are going to be more silky, and it gives you like these weird effects on it with the lighting. And you can do it with pretty much anything. So you could just kind of go through and play around with it. But for the most part, it's meant to be used for specular highlights, plugged into the tangent and control where those highlights are. So that's another one of the nodes, the tangent node. So if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, make sure you like, follow, and share this video, and stay tuned for the next one.